Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Tools to Thrive Today. I'm Mary Ellen, and this is the place where we talk about the real stuff, the starting over, the figuring it out, the what comes next. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way. And if you've been here a while, you know this is a safe place to be exactly where you are in life. Today, I want to talk about something I don't think gets said enough. I feel free. I want to say that again because honestly, it surprised me. Free. Not finished, not certain, not even sure what comes next. Just free. And what's wild, I got here by taking things apart, not building something new, taking something apart. Over the last year, I've been quietly closing chapters I worked really hard to open. I closed my out-of-state therapy licenses. I turned my practice website into a landing page. I cut my practice down to 2 days a week instead of 5. And I gave myself 5 whole days. 5 days to build this community. 5 days to be present with my grandkids. 5 days to explore what comes next. Nobody threw me a party for any of that. There was no ceremony, no finish line, no balloons. Just a series of quiet decisions that added up to something that felt an awful lot like choosing myself. And I want to talk to you today about that. Because if you are in the middle of starting over, whether life handed it to you or you finally decided to hand it to yourself, I think you might be closer to the other side than you think. There is a map through this, and today I want to show it to you. So here's what I know about reinvention. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens in stages. And when you're in the middle of one, it can feel like nothing is moving, like you're stuck, like maybe you're the only one who can't figure this out. You're not stuck. You're in a stage. And there's a difference. I've come to see reinvention as moving through 4 different places. The first is what I call the tender beginning. Something has ended. You're still finding your footing. Right now, stability matters more than clarity. And that is okay. The second is the brave explorer. You've started to move again. Some days feel hopeful. Other days feel uncertain. This is where you begin trying things out. Not committing, just exploring. The third is the rising thriver. You're gaining momentum. You're starting to trust yourself again. Now it's about protecting that momentum and building on it. And the fourth is the steady pathfinder. You've walked through something real and come out stronger. Your experience becomes something you can use, something you can even share. Now, here's what I want you to know about these 4 stages. You might be clearly in one of them, or you might recognize yourself in more than one. That's normal. Reinvention is not a straight line, and you don't have to figure it out to figure out which stage you're in all alone. That's actually what our quiz is for, and I'll drop the link below. But right now, just take a breath and ask yourself, which one of those felt most like where you are today? Can I tell you what reinvention actually feels like from the inside? Because nobody really talks about this part. It doesn't feel like starting over. It doesn't feel like a possibility and open roads and that montage in the movie where everything comes together beautifully. It feels like Tuesday. It feels like making a decision and then second guessing it at 2 a.m. It feels like people asking, "So, what are you doing now?" and not having a clean answer. It feels like grief sometimes, even when you even when you choose the change, even when you wanted it, even when leaving was the right thing. I am closing chapters I worked hard to open, and some days that feels like freedom, and some days that just feels like loss. Both of these things are true at exactly the same time. If you are in the middle of reinvention of your own and it feels nothing like what you expected, you are not doing it wrong. That's what it feels like for everyone. The difference between the woman who makes it through and the woman who stays stuck isn't that one had it easier. It's that somewhere along the way, she stopped waiting to feel ready and decided to start moving anyway. All it took was one small decision at a time. I want to tell you something that took me a long time to believe. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not the only one who doesn't have a clean answer when someone asks you, what are you doing now? You are in process. And being in process is not the same as being lost. It means you are moving, even on the days it doesn't feel like it. Even on the days you're just closing one small chapter so you have space to open another. That counts. Those quiet decisions count. The ones nobody sees, the ones nobody throws you a party for. They are the map. And if you've been waiting for someone to tell you that you're on the right road, consider this that moment. I've put together something for you that I wish I had every single time I've started over. It's called the Reinvention Roadmap, and it's a simple one-page guide that shows you the 4 stages we talked about today. Where you are, what's normal for that stage, and what your very next step might look like. It's free. The link is below. But most importantly, come find your people. The Thrive Hive is full of women who are exactly where you are right now. Women who get it. Women who will not ask you to have a clean answer. The link is in the description. And you will find me there too. I'm Mary Ellen, and I'm figuring this out right alongside you. And that's the whole point of this. See you next time.